A warm welcome to today's evening webinar. So just to give you a background of IT Wing, those who are new to our events and this webinar. So IT Wing is a patent belonging to Brahma Kumaris and Rajoka Education Research Foundation, which is an organization working for making this world a better place to live in and working on the concept of applied spirituality and meditation lifestyle. So yeah, we represent the IT wing and especially the IT wing Pune team. We are based in Pune and working from Pune in IT MNCs. And we believe in the concept of applied spirituality. And yeah, we are active in all the IT hubs in India like Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Delhi, Chennai, and many more. So a warm welcome to IT Wing Pune chapter to all of you in this webinar. And I would like to now invite also with us in this webinar today, the speaker or the facilitator, Sister Nikky. Good evening and warm welcome, Sister Nikky.
Good evening. Thank you.
So just to let you a little bit know about Sister Nikky. So she is an IT professional and she is also involved with Rajuga spirituality concept for past 20 years, and she had been experimenting and experiencing in her own life. And we will know more from her in the talk as we go further. And she is also working in an IT MNC, and she is working on the role of quality assurance. And we will learn more from Nikki Ben in the program. So thank you, Sister Nikki, for accepting the invite and facilitating the session today. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Chandan Bhai. So, if you who have joined today, and I would want to congratulate you for being able to make this time for yourself and feeling the importance. And especially, I'm sure you like the title of the new beginning and a new you. And I'll just share my screen. Give me a moment. So I would request everyone to put on your videos so it's a bit more interactive rather than me talking to a blank screen. So if you can see me, it is fair enough for me to see you as well. Thank you for all those who are putting on your videos. Fine. So those of you who feel comfortable, you can raise your hand and speak on the audio when I ask you to, and the others can all obviously share your answers or thoughts on the chat. So the first thing I would like to ask you is, describe yourself in just one word. How would you describe yourself in one word? You can raise your hand, and Chandan Bhai, you can unmute them and they can speak up, or you can put it in the chat box. So what is one word that you would choose to describe yourself? Peace, blissful. No one wants to speak up?
Hi, this is Anuradha.
Ji.
I can say I am agile in this new era.
One word. That's one word. Agile. That's it. Thank you. Anybody else? Atma. Okay. One word to describe yourself. Love. Good. Okay. So helpful. I hope that's helpful. Professional, very good. Fearless, amazing. Okay, so how have your 3 weeks been? Today's good date 2222. So how has your 3 weeks been in the new year now? Let's get a feel of how's everyone going. No answers? Anyone wants to speak up? So far so good, amazing, very good. Okay, so things seem to be good enough for boring. Somebody says boring. Okay, majority have written good. Fine. So let's move ahead. And since the topic for today is new beginnings, and as the idea that was given to you is we would be touching upon two aspects today. And when we need to start anything new and fresh, we need to make sure, for example, even when we are painting the house, we need to scrap off the old paint before we can paint it new. Or if I want to build a new building, I need to first demolish an old one to free up the space and then build a new building. So similarly, if I want to actually start fresh and do something new, and it may be for many of us, things are pretty okay, things are fine, I am ready to make a good start. For some of us, I've always been thinking to do something new, but some things may be holding me back. It could be doubt in myself, or doubt in how things would happen, being unsure, or it could be fear, for example, or it's just habits, or postponing things, being lazy, something like that. Or for some of us, it could also be some past experiences that are holding us back, some pains, some bad experiences that we think the same thing might happen again, or that's not helping us to move forward. It's like we are stuck up in a cycle. So all of these things, different people, we're all different people and in different stages of our lives. But the fact that we are all here today, a very special group, this message was sent to hundreds of people across the globe actually, and it's just handful of us who are here together. So one thing is definitely a very, very special, and today is a special day for all of us to start on this new journey. So to start with, we need to question ourselves, what is my belief system? What do I really believe? Sometimes we think, I can do it, I can't do it, things will not change, it's impossible, it doesn't work, or it's only some people who are gifted, blessed. So we have some fundamental belief system that goes on in our mind that contradicts whatever we try to do or think or start new. There's something that holds me back because deep inside there's something different that I believe in. So I need to check, what is my belief system? There are examples of people, in spite of many challenges, physically, financially, socially, they have done amazing things in life. That is because their belief system was very strong that they can do it, it's possible, and they are the ones who can change it. So I need to question, what is my belief system? And moving forward, I would want you to take a paper and pen. Those of you have it ready, fine. Otherwise, I'll give you a minute to just go and grab a paper and a pen. This is important throughout the session for the next 90 minutes. We are going to be doing exercises where you'll need to write. So I give you a few moments. Just go and get a pen and a paper for yourself. Don't be lazy. And let me know once you're ready. Just raise your hands or do a thumbs up when you're ready. Sorry. I still see just 2 or 3 people. I would again request if more of you can switch on your videos for us to see you. I see 2 hands are up. Only 2 people have papers and pens as of now. We are 36 of us. I want everybody's hands raised if you have got a paper and a pen. 4. We are waiting for you. 7. Please hurry up. Get something to write on. 11. Good. And those who have got the paper and pen, these are the 4 questions that I want you to reflect on. You can start thinking on these and writing down your answers. I'm not going too much into analysis of it, of repeating things over and over again and holding on to them. But the spiritual approach to reflection is just to take a more detached view, being an observer and not being emotionally involved in it. Just be an observer and see. in a detached way? What is holding me back? And then what can I do to overcome it? And to help you answer the last two questions, because sometimes we get into negative thinking, negative questioning. So this is just a list to guide you. So instead of thinking why things are not working or why is it us? And the rooms will be allotted randomly to you. So please join the room. And what we're going to do is, it's not going to be recorded. It's going to be a very personal space and very safe space for all of you to share. And I would request you to just, within those group of 4 or 5 of you who are in the group, share what you came up with. What were your answers to these questions? What were your realizations, or anything that you want to share about these 4 questions? Okay. And I would want you to, within yourselves, if you can appoint one person as the lead in the sense not leading the group, but if you can come back and share in the bigger group an essence of what was shared in the group in those few minutes. So what we're going to do is, we're going to have 15 minutes now in the breakout rooms, which is going to be a very safe and personal space for all of you to share, whichever language, Hindi, English, whatever you're comfortable with. Just share on these 4 aspects, and just make sure that you have one person who's going to come back and share the essence in just 1 minute, whatever was there, the essence in 1 minute to the entire group. Is that clear? Good. Okay, fine. So I would request one of us to launch the breakout rooms.
So right now it's 6:26. When should we come back after, discussion? Can you give us that time?
Yeah, 15 minutes is going to be, I mean, everybody's clock is different. So 6:40.
Sure.
We will send a message in the breakout rooms when you need to join back the main room.
Thank you.
Okay, so welcome back. I guess by now you have done your sharings,
Yes, yes,
right? Okay.
yes.
So, any of the groups, maybe just one or two groups, if you can just share in 1 minute, what were the main highlights of your conversations? You don't need to give me details of each and every answer, but just the main highlights. What was discussed? What stood out from your conversations?
So whoever is the group leader, please raise your hand. We will allow you to speak and you can summarize.
Yeah, this is Kanchan Roy. Can I
Yes, go
continue?
ahead. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, actually, without naming, what I understood is that most of the persons have got a positive uh, view for the next year to achieve, but most of them have got some procrastination and fear of failure. So, which and also some gentleman has raised about the issue of this ongoing pandemic situation where you cannot socialize and mix with the people. So those are the things which are holding some people back. But most of the things are laziness or procrastination, and some people have also mentioned that a lack of concentration for achieving the goal.
So how
That's
do you
why.
overcome that? What
So
was?
that overcome, at least 60% of them has said that we want to have this Raj Yoga meditation, which will be leading us to concentrate our mind and change our habits, old habits and
Okay.
samsars,
Thank you.
like that. Thank you.
Thank you. So in looking at the clock, we are already shooting over time and we won't be able to go through the entire process. So for the other groups, I can see Vaishnavi and Shweta, you have raised your hands. I would request you to just put the summary in the chat box. We'll go through that. And so we move ahead. Everybody, don't feel that we haven't heard you. I have visited all the groups to get a feel of what was going on. So just put your summary in the chat box and we'll have a look at it. So moving further now, as we got a feel from Mr. Kanchan who shared where we are stuck up. What we are going to do is we're going to spend the next few minutes doing a short meditation and see how it is going to help us heal the issues that we are going through to be able to make that fresh start. So just to give you a short idea about the different ways healings can happen. Healing is not a physical healing we're talking about. Doctors can do that well, but we're talking about internal healing. So something that we are holding over a long period of time that is bothering us, I may need to forgive, either by communicating in my mind or writing to the person or just writing it on a piece of paper for myself for the feelings and emotions to flow out. letting go of things, accepting things. I can't change them however hard I want, but there are certain things that are not in my control. So I just need to accept them. If it's people, if it's situations, circumstances, just need to accept things the way they are. The other thing I can do is very good is positive self-talk. We keep talking to ourselves throughout the day. In our mind, we keep talking, this is right, not right, that should not happen, this should happen like this, that this is government should do this, and this is right, and this is good, not good. We keep talking to ourselves in our mind all the time. So what we really need to do is, instead of the wasteful talk and the negative talk that I do with myself, oh, I can't do this, I'm a failure, or this is very difficult, things are very challenging for me, I don't have anybody to help me. So instead of telling myself all the negative things throughout the day that make things even more challenging for myself, or even remembering the past situations, how people have treated me, how things have happened, so it's like I'm repeating a thing over and over and over again. That thing might have happened only for a few moments or few minutes, but over the years, since I'm repeating that over and over again, I've made it so heavy and so big. वो राई का पहाड़ जो बनाते हैं ना, it has actually become that big. So thing is not very big. The situation is not very big to deal with, but I've made it big by doing that negative talk. So I need to do that shift in my mind to talk with myself in a positive way. And the last step, one of the steps is using meditation as a way to do that internal cleansing and healing of myself and my thoughts, attitudes, belief systems. And that is exactly what we are going to do now. So you can keep away your pen and papers, just focus on the next few minutes for meditation. You can keep your eyes open and focus on the point of light, or you can close your eyes as you feel comfortable. So let's start. Om Shanti. Gently sit back and relax. I take a few moments now for myself. Take a deep breath in and gently breathe out. With every breath, breathe in calm and let go of anxiety. So that was meditation to feel the divine power helping us cleanse and heal and empower us to move forward in our journey. Now, since we have already discussed in groups and we have had a reflection on what newness we want, let's talk about some practical things, action plan rather, that how we can actually make this happen. How is it really possible for us to bring it into our lives? So when we are moving towards newness, I need to check throughout the day. I have had an aim, fine, but where am I using my time and energy throughout the day? Is it aligned to my goal, my purpose that I've thought of, or it's moving in the other direction? So, for example, I've thought that I'm not going to be lazy, I'm going to be energetic, I'm going to be active. But during the day, I'm just wasting time on social media or gossiping around. So I really need to see throughout my day, 24 hours, how am I using my time and thoughts and energy? Because I know that our thoughts actually lead us to our destiny. As you think is as we become. So if I want to be something, I need to see, am I really aligned in my thinking and doing? Because you must have heard this quote, very important and very attention drawing. Wherever our attention goes, our energy flows and life grows. So whatever I'm giving my time and energy to throughout the day, that is where I'm growing my life. So is it on the positive side? Is it on the waste side? What is it that I need to focus on? And as we spoke about this earlier, I need to it's not easy because we are into a system, a habit, or a behavior, a pattern basically, which has formed over the last so many years. We have never been taught in school how to think. We have just been doing and learning and doing things. So if I need to change, if I need to bring about that newness, that shift, I need to keep reminding myself of the renewed awareness. I am this. This is what is my goal. So you can write this down for yourself now using the paper and pen you have. I am, and fill in the blank. What is it that you think, the positive thing that you are for yourself? So I'm brave, I'm courageous, I'm happy, I'm positive. What is it, one word that comes to you really from inside? I am. Write them down for yourself, and that will be an affirmation you can keep reminding yourself throughout the day again and again in your head. Done? Okay. Since I can see just 4-5 faces, I know you're writing or you're not writing. I don't know what the others are doing, but I assume you are doing that. Okay. So some people have questions. We can take that up in the end, or we can do a personal chat later on. So we'll do that later. Okay. So moving forward now, we must have of some of you may have thought of just one point for your newness for the year. Some of you may have a long list of what you want in the year. What have you thought of in the year? So what we really need to do is now we need to realize that for things to happen, we need to take action. Yeah. So if I'm just watching on the television exercises and I know, okay, this exercise is for increasing my lungs capacity, and this exercise is good for thyroid, and this exercise is good for back pain, watching the exercises, having the knowledge about it, telling about it to others doesn't help me, does it? So there may be many things that you feel, you're listening to a talk or you're reading a book. I already know this. I've heard of this many times. So hearing, knowing doesn't really help us. What helps us is taking action, working on it, bringing it into practical, experimenting with it. And that is exactly is our goal now, is to take up one thing and just don't think, get overwhelmed. Oh, it's too many things. I'll have to do so much. How will I do it? No, pick up one thing and focus it on for the next 30 days. So what is my goal for the next 30 days? What am I going to practice for the next 30 days? What am I going to focus on for the next 30 days? And believe me, you will see the difference in just 7 days. What happens is, I'll give you a simple example. It's a very tiny example. I never used to brush my teeth in night. I know, we know, all of us know, do baar brush karna chahiye, morning and night. And we know what happens if you don't do it, why should we do it, and parents keep telling us, and all of that keeps happening, but still we don't do it. Why? Laziness. Yeah. Or we don't understand the impact it may have, or negative impact it may have. Okay, we'll do it from tomorrow. We'll do it from the 1st of next month. So we always keep it for Monday and 1st of January or 1st of the month or whatever. But if you do it for a few days, it becomes such a habit that if you don't do it, you feel something is missing and something is not right. So even if you're lazy, if it is cold and the water in the tap is cold, you will still get up and brush. That's just a very simple, a very gross example. But similarly, if it is somebody wants to write a book, somebody wants, like many of you are IT professionals, you want to learn a new technology, a new language, start. That is the biggest step. Start. Don't think ये तो हमेशा ऐसे ही होता है. Exercise, for example, I do it for 5 days and then it goes away. Don't think about it will happen, not happen. Today, what do I need to do? I just have to do it for today. Let me do it for these 10 minutes, 30 minutes, just 20 minutes. That's it. Just today. Tomorrow, I'll see what to do. Take one day at a time, and just if you can do it for 30 days, I would say you have actually rewired your brain to work in a new way, to function in a new way. So it's not just a habit, but it's also thinking in a new way. And once you do it just for one thing, it's actually going to build up your confidence that yes, I can do it. It's going to keep you motivated. It's going to help you move forward. But since I've always just abandoned that after a few days, I feel it's not possible. I'm not really up to it. So let me just do something, keep an aim. Okay, so for February, this is what I'm going to do. For March, this is take a new thing every month, right? Start like that. And I just found this, so I thought it's good to share. Maybe many of you have already seen. So practice, practice, and practice. But just be careful of what you're practicing, right? Because you need to see which road you're going down. So every day, once we keep building on it, it's going to be tough when we start. As I said, starting is the biggest step of achievement. So if you have made a start, congratulate yourself. You've already won half the race. And then each day, just keep adding on to it. And make sure you check yourself on a daily basis. If we are building a building, if we are building a project, we need to track it, right? We need to track the progress. We need to see where it is going. If we don't do that, it's never going to get over. It's just going to keep carrying on and on and on. So we need to see, we need to track our progress and need to see if we are not on the right line. We need to see what we need to do. And that is where the questions were there. If something is blocking me, I need to figure out what is the way out. What can I do in a different way? How can I use technology, people, things? There are so many things that are available to us to move forward. So I would say, in a holistic way, if I want to bring, just not in my one area of life, have a goal for your mind, body, and soul. So something different each month. And I've just listed a few areas that you could, in the area of health or relations, like my relations with the family or official relations are not good, or what with one person, maybe my behaviors, how I speak, how I react, how I criticize. I need to change something, maybe lifestyle. I am I just want to move closer to nature, use more eco-friendly stuff, have a good routine, maybe sleeping, food habits. So it could be anything about my lifestyle, my hobby. I want to start singing or dancing. I've always wanted, but never made time for it. So maybe I can start with just like 10 minutes a day. Yeah, I may not have 2 hours, but let me start with small aims that I feel are achievable, they are possible. So, really breaking down your big goals into small steps, because if you see something, it may be very overwhelming, it may be very difficult, unachievable, not possible, but everything is possible. If your mind can think it, you can do it, you can achieve it. So, just break it down into small steps. That is what I said, take one day at a time, take small things. Start with small things. That is going to build up your confidence. Yes, I can do it. It's possible. I have the power to do it. So I've given a small example here, for health, if you want. So instead of just saying I should have like a weight loss of 20 kilos, which seems like an impossible goal every time, let me see, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a diet change. I'm going to do some exercise. If not every day, let me do it 3 days a week. So start with something that is possible and alternate it with other things. So like you can have add a subtract list. What can I do and what should I not do, or what should I focus on avoiding? So this is just an example that you can, take. Somebody was talking about communication is a issue. In the pandemic, they feel that there has been a problem with communication. So yeah, if people are into technology and you're not meeting, but there's always technology that is helping us even see each other visually, forget about just audio. So can I take the lead and call one person for just 5 minutes a day and check how they are, catch up with them? If I want to read a book which is lying around for ages, let me start with just one page a day. And then maybe over, if not in 10 days, I can finish the book in 30 days for sure, or maybe even 2 months. So let me start taking small steps for our goal. And like late nights, I'm not able to get up early in the morning and I don't have time for doing things. I want to exercise, I want to spend time with my family, but I don't have time because I have work. So can I just see how do I manage time well? So these are small things that you could, focus on. So really what we're doing today is planting a seed. That is in our thought, we have thought this a goal, an aim, a newness that I want to bring in my life. And actually, if I take a spiritual perspective to it, when I was speaking about the belief systems, if I believe internally, deep down, I am a positive person, I have the power, I have the potential to achieve this. And just keeping that belief and nurturing it every day. I've planted a seed, but I need to take care of that seed for it to grow and flourish. So now that I've planted the seed, I need to spend time every day. And time doesn't have to be like half an hour, 2 hours, just few minutes every day. And that's just bringing your attention to it. I have sown a seed and I've forgotten about it. Will it ever flourish? No, I need to remember. I need to give it. I need to water it. Is it getting proper sunlight? Just need to give that attention. If you have not done it a day, don't worry. Don't feel bad. Another day is lost. Start each day as a new beginning. Okay, tomorrow is over. Let me start today fresh. Or even if it's half a day, I didn't remember. I remembered at the middle of the day. Let me do it now. Let me take this moment as a new beginning. So every moment is a new beginning. It's not just the new year, which is a new beginning. 1st of January is not a new beginning. Every moment is a new beginning. So all I need to do is just renew my consciousness, renew my awareness, and just shift the quality of my thinking. What is it that I'm thinking about? Does it need time to bring that shift? It just needs attention. What am I thinking? So what we do is generally in the Brahma Kumaris, we have a very nice system which is called now taking pauses in between through the day, silent pauses, which is traffic control, a traffic of our thoughts. So just have a reminder through the day, like when you're drinking water, having food, just going on to attend a phone call or nature's call, for example. Just we definitely have at least 5 or 10 of these moments. We may be going to the bathroom maybe 3 or 4 times a day, drinking water 3 or 4 times a day, having meals 3 times a day. So if we count, we have at least 10 times a day where we have a few seconds to bring our attention to just pause. What, for example, even we have apps on the mobile, like reminder. You can put a reminder on your mobile, or we have a traffic control app. Put a reminder for each hour. Like some people don't drink water, they put a reminder on the phone, I need to drink water, so it keeps reminding, drink water, drink water. Keep a reminder on your phone every hour. Just pause for 30 seconds and think, last 60 minutes, last hour, what was the quality of my thinking? Was it too much of worry, too much of stress, too much of negative thinking? Or it was all good? I was thinking in a very creative and a solution oriented fashion. And if it was, so check and change. If it was fine, give yourself a pat on the back. Great, move ahead. If it needs change, okay, focus. For the next 60 minutes, this is what my line of thinking should be. So really, really, really thinking on the quality of my, working on the changing of the quality of my thinking is what is going to bring about that deeper change. And really, we all have now understood over the last 2 years that self-care is a priority. We are faced by challenges, we are faced by unknown situations every day. So I really need to take care of myself, my mental well-being, my emotional well-being, and my physical well-being to be empowered enough to face any situation that comes in front of me any time of the day. So self-care is not an option now. I'll do it when I have time, but self-care is the priority now. So what we are going to do is we are going to move into next of another few moments of meditation now on this positive reflection that we will take up, which will help us move ahead with the new beginning, the new aim that we have thought of. Are we ready for this? Yes, everyone? Okay. So just be distraction free for the next few moments and we'll get into a short meditation now. Thank you. I am a bit afraid we are running a bit late. Can you all hold on for next 10 minutes, please? We're going to overshoot on time. So unless you have another commitments or appointments, it's fine. Otherwise, we would request you to just bear with us for a few more minutes and then we'll try and close. Thank you. So I hope that was, I don't know what that was. You need to tell us what that was for you. What was that experience for you? And before we close, let me just continue sharing my screen. Yeah. So I guess by now we have started to believe that we have the power to change. And it's actually challenge, taking responsibility for that change, taking responsibility to bring that newness. Nobody else is going to do that, or just attending a session or a workshop won't create that 100%. This is definitely a start, an intention you had, and a support that you have been provided. So I would say it's a responsibility. Our life is our own responsibility, and really taking this as a challenge for ourselves. And obviously you can feed us back with your thoughts, with your sharings, with the experiences. And really, this is a change that works the inside out way. So if I really want to see something out there in my life, a change in my career, a change in the way people treat me, a change, whatever change I want to see out there, it starts with the change inside me. So really that shift in the consciousness, the shift in the way I think, it's going to create a new me. Things outside are going to remain same. People are going to be same. Situations are going to be same. But how I think, how I see things, my attitudes is going to have an impact on how I deal with things, and also what kind of things I attract in my life. So really, so the formula is the new way of seeing things, the new way of thinking, speaking, behaving. It's going to create a new me. So people are going to say, yes, the face is still the same, but you have changed, completely different from what we knew you as a person earlier. So that is what is going to be the new you. And the tools that we have just to summarize, the tools that we have learned today that are going to help you on this journey are the reflection. So during the day, during the week, take pauses, take moments to reflect, see where we are moving, the affirmations, the positive affirmations through the day. I am, I can, all those affirmations, the traffic control of thoughts. So just bringing that mental shift. Journaling is an excellent way of moving or progressing in life. Keep a personal diary for yourself. Nobody's going to read it. You can write it yourself. I would prefer not to put it on your phone, or some people think we are going to type it. Don't type it. Use a pen and a paper. It is like a therapeutic activity that actually helps do a lot of internal work for you. And sometimes our thoughts are like a fog in our mind. We have so many thoughts, but just putting it on a paper helps us clarify and guides us. And sometimes it just, the solutions are in front of our eyes. It is always there, but we can't see when it's in our mind. Just putting it on the paper clarifies a lot of things for us. It brings a clarity. And then yes, the meditation is also, as we just experienced during the session, as a tool. So with that, I'll leave you with 2 questions that you can answer for yourself, summarizing from today's session, what were your learning points for yourself. So just note them down for next. I'll just give you maybe 2 minutes to answer these for yourself. So what were the main learning points for me? We heard things, they were good, but what is my learning point today? So 3 questions. The next one is things that I plan to start doing or do more of. I'm already doing, but I need to do more of. And then things that I need to stop doing or do less of. So anything that helps me move ahead, I'll do more. Anything that hinders my growth, I would need to stop or do less of. So just write them down for yourself. You won't be sharing this, it's going to remain with you. Please write. Don't just think, mujhe, because thoughts will slip away in a moment. You won't remember them tomorrow. Put it on paper, it will remain with you. Please. Okay, so I was just going through the sharings earlier by Vaishnavi, Nitin, and Shweta. Thanks for sharing from the group. Okay, fine. So I hope you have done this, or you can continue doing this. And now, before we do the final end, I would want to share your takeaway. Unmute yourself and just share your takeaway from today's session. Put it on the chat, or put it, you can share it on the audio.
Hi, good evening. Nitin here.
Yes, Nitin.
Yeah, the first is build a personal diary. No doubt
Thank you.
how much you are digitalized. Okay, so that will give us in terms of all evolutions, and you will get forget few things as you said in the last statement कि आप भूल जाओगे, but just make a note of this point. So that was the one of the things, and it happens with everyone. Even though how much you agreed at 100% at this moment, but 10 minutes later, or maybe 10 days down the line, okay, you will keep it everything.
And it's like we are working with the professionals. This is the IT group, but I know there are some doctors and retired people as well. But I assume we all have had experiences in life. Things
Yes.
don't happen till we put it down, right?
Yes.
Things don't happen. So that is exactly the same way we work on the spiritual journey as well.
Yes.
It's not just in your mind and thoughts. You actually need to take action, as I said. So thinking backed by action is going to give you the results.
Yes. We have a lot of things. We have a very lot good thoughts. Okay, but we have good inspirations. We have good motivating factors are there. Okay, but uh, that doesn't comes in action. Okay, that's fairly true for everyone. Maybe specifically for me. Okay.
Thank you.
Second point was that like take a pause in a day. Okay, so no doubt we have a lot of email reminders, action reminders are there. Okay, not the mobile, Outlook, and everywhere. Okay, but yes, as a part of your personal dedication for your personalizations. Okay, as like a project plan. Okay, you keep reminders, keep evolution factors for yourself, and take a
Okay,
pause.
so reminders, right? Good,
Yeah,
good. Thank you.
it's not just reminder
Fine.
for a day. Okay, it's reminder for your whole life as well. Like in a means 15 days down the line, you should evaluate that yourself. Where are
G.
you? Yeah, that's it.
I'm just sorry I need to interrupt you because we are
Yes,
running out
ma'am.
of time
Yes,
and we
yes,
want to give
exactly.
opportunity to everyone to share. People are putting on the chat self-reflection, attention, start things immediately, not to postpone things, self-reflection, one day at a time, experiment with things, start small. Okay, so we have anybody else who wants to share? Just maybe one statement or one word, maybe your takeaway.
May I?
Yes, sure, Shweta.
Yeah, Om Shanti everyone. Om Shanti Nikky ji. It's amazing and wonderful session, and thank you to all team behind this session. And the one thing which I mention is the overall session is designed so well, like meditation and affirmations and everything. When we can bring in our life, our thoughts, our thinking, then it will definitely bring a great change and a new beginning as well, a new you. And in this, I think there is one app of BK only, like ours app, B Zone app. I hope you listen that. That app I'm using, that also amazing. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta. So I think with this, anybody else who has a burning desire to share, else we can close. Chandanmai, have you shared the feedback link?
Yes, I did it on the
Okay,
chat,
so
but I will
yeah, just put it
do
as
some
a link.
announcement.
Put it as a link there so people can use it. We have a feedback form, and we want you to share your feedback with us. So please share your feedback with us for the session today while we are doing sharings here, or even later whenever you have time. Anybody else who wants to share?
So today is my first session with Om Shanti. My understanding is that whatever you like or whatever you want to achieve, just break it down into small pieces and start. Do it every day, make it a habit, and then you'll achieve your goal. In 7 days, you'll realize that you're doing good, and within 21 days, as per scientific knowledge, it becomes a habit. So that's what needs to be done.
Yeah, so taking small steps and practice, practice, practice. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Navpreet. Anybody else? Okay, so I hand over to you, Chandanbhai, to do the announcements before we close. Just 2 more minutes and we'll finish the session. Thank you so much, everyone. And it's a new beginning for me as well. So thank you all for your support to the entire team. And thanks to all of you for joining today. And all the very best.
Thank you so much, Sister Nikki, for the wonderful inputs, wonderful tools, wonderful initiative that we can do on our own journey of self-progress. So thank you once again from the entire team and all the participants here. So just a small announcements and tools which can help you in your daily life. So I think you all got the feedback from by now. So just fill in for our future event that we are going to line up, and for this current event what we just had. It will help us to gauge our own self. So as Sister Nikki was mentioning about taking a pause during the day, so this is a small tool which is online, which is also on the portal, and you can also have the app as you want. So it's a 1 minute meditation to help you, reflect silently. And this is the second app, B Zone, what Shweta was mentioning, I think. So you have, these features, challenges, virtue scope, mood cleaning. How am I doing with my mood today? Then we have mind gym. So many things are there. If you just go and have a look, it will help you to explore more your own journey of meditation if you want to. This is the email ID if you want to have shoot any email, take this mail ID for your own self, and this is the website of our IT wing.
And just to add on, some of you have joined the session for the very first time. Those of you who who are interested in learning meditation or knowing more about spirituality, we offer free services at many centers across the world. So wherever you are, I'm sure there's a center near you. So even if there are events not happening offline now, I'm sure we have online stuff going on. So just get in touch with your nearest center to learn meditation, and that's going to help you on your journey. And
Yeah.
anybody has any questions can stay back, or you can get in touch with the email or the phone numbers that you have. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Nikki, for adding the last bits. And also, we will be having one event each month from the IT Wing Pune team, just to let you all know. So stay tuned with us, and we will come back shortly with the next event details to you. If you have any other questions, you can, feel free to jump in. Otherwise,
Nitin, do you have any question? You have raised your hand.
Yes, the question is looks like already it has been answered. Okay, uh, I do have contacts for this. Okay, but I really want to jump in on the daily activities for this and the same kind of session that we have conducted. Okay, the one which I know that is daily meditation program or something. One. Second thing is the way that has been the ma'am Didi has been explained the overall session. Okay, so uh, does it happen as a weekly, monthly, or on schedule basis, something like so that will be great. I mean, if we have any kind of enrollment where it has been to be done, okay. So please let us know.
yeah, you can maybe call one of, you can text me personally. I will give you the contact, and we can talk further offline on it.
Where to connect?
I will give you my number. You can call me back after.
Okay.
The sessions from the IT wing will happen once a month, but otherwise for other sessions, you can connect to your local center as mentioned.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we can close now. So all the best to everyone, and we'll hopefully meet again soon with some newness too. And you can always feedback and share how you're progressing, what benefit you have taken, your experiences to us. Thank you so
I
much.
see one more hand from Ram Jagat. You want to say something?
No, it's gone off.
I'm unmuting him. Yes, you want to say something? I just unmuted you, Ram Jagat Chaurasia ji. Okay, not sure. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for joining today. And I hope this will help you to bring some newness in your own life, in your spiritual life, in your personal life, in your professional life, wherever you want to. And we look forward to have you in the next session, and we will announce it soon. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful good night and good week coming week. Thank you.
Thanks.
Shanti.